Hello friends. The question today I want to ask you is, when you go out of town, when you go on a vacation, how do you eat so that you don't come back having gained a lot of weight or feeling really yucky, bloated, or having gotten no exercise? So it makes it harder when you're on a trip, you're on a vacation, you're trying to do a lot of either sightseeing or visiting family, and if things are different, you don't have control the way you do at home. So I'm ready to go on a trip this weekend for spring break, and I'm excited, but I know that I have to really be mindful of what I'm going to do and what I'm going to eat and how I'm going to do restaurants, especially. I will probably eat in the condo at breakfast, but I probably will eat a lot of meals at restaurants that I've never been to, so it's hard to plan. So you do need to be mindful about your movement and your eating when you're on a trip, and it is possible. And so I was going to give a few tips today for how we can maybe make that a little easier. One of the things is to kind of plan it in your head a little bit. You're going to go to a restaurant, you've never been there before. One of the things that I like to do is to try to think about portions and portion control. You think about that at home, but it's different when you're going somewhere else. The portions at a restaurant are typically 2 or 3 and 4 times bigger than a real portion. A portion of a serving of food is the size of like the palm of your hand for proteins or things like that. Vegetables is like the size of your hand. So if something comes really large on a big platter, then you might want to ask for a doggy bag ahead of time or a box, and have half of that go into the box either when you're finished or at the beginning, so that you know that you're eating the amount that your body needs and not just what the people think that you paid for. So that's probably a good idea. Eating breakfast in your room, having oatmeal, having granola, something like that, and fruit, so that you don't eat out all the time. That's one of the things I try to do. Also at a restaurant, you want to be specific. You want to ask them, for, is it made with butter? Or you can ask them about the sodium, maybe. Sodium is a big problem eating at restaurants. They put a lot of salt on their food so that you'll say, oh, that's tasty, and you'll come back. So the sodium levels are way higher than you would have cooked with in your house. So you need to sometimes ask. It might be a good idea also to start with thinking about your meals at a restaurant in terms of vegetables or fruits. So for lunch today, I'm going to start with this fruit salad and then go from there. At dinner, you might say, I really want to start with this veggie, this that looks really good, and then add some things to that. If you can do that, you're going to eat more what your body needs. You're going to eat lighter than you are if you think in terms of having a great big old chicken fried steak and then what's going to go with that. Fruit as a dessert is always a good idea. The other thing is to not eat so late. I try to eat early even at home, but it's different on a trip. It's going to make it harder, but still not to eat after, it's getting close to bedtime. That gets to be a little harder for your body to digest. It's not as good. You also want to keep walking and exercising even when you're on a vacation. That's sometimes easy to fit it into walking, sightseeing. I might go skiing this time. We'll see. But you can do a little treadmill stuff at the fitness center, but you can also just dance or just play or just go on long walks just around. A really good idea that I like to do is stairs, because stairs are probably in any building that you're going to go to, whether it's going to be visiting a school for a kid's sports event or you're going to stay in a hotel. It's going to be some stairs you can do. Stairs are a really, really good workout because you have to lift all your body weight. And you can do a couple of flights of stairs in the morning, a couple of flights later if you feel like it, you have time. But it's a good idea to do a little bit of that. Try not to take the escalator, elevator every time. Or you can take a walk in the evening after dinner. It's nice to take a small walk. Pay attention to what your stomach says and what your stomach needs. When you're full, stop eating. When you're hungry, get something to eat pretty soon, so that you don't have to just be mindlessly doing whatever the pattern of your trip is. Actually pay attention to your stomach. Your stomach will be glad, and you will be glad. Also, don't forget to drink water. People don't always drink water when they're traveling, especially on a plane. You know, you don't drink water very much because it's not easy, it's not there, but your body still needs water, especially when you're doing all these different things. All right, well, I hope you have a good spring break, and I will talk to you next time. Please comment below, please share and like on Facebook, and contact me if you're ready for a coach. All right, thank you. Bye.